Today we're going to be playing some more Diablo Immortal. Just like last night, I don't know how much we're actually going to get to do today because my hands are still pretty torn up. Yesterday I was actually hurting really bad after I finished recording, but I really have the itching to play some more Diablo right now, so I'm going to do my best. I'll see how long I can hold out. Anyways, yesterday I found out that they have a new event going on where basically every day as you log in, they give you like a free legendary item. Whoa, what's this? Goblins Plunder, double rewards. While the Goblins Plunder buff is active, the following rewards are doubled. Okay, so Mirror Jewels, Battle Pass points, and double legendary items. Holy crap. So I guess I should, the Goblins Plunder buff will be activated. It will last for 1 day, 12 hours while online. Do you want to continue? I mean, yeah, sure, I'll use it. Mirror Jewels, visit the Elder Rift to activate. Okay, so I guess we should go there in a moment. And then there's this over here. Gold Curse Goliath. For a limited time, find portals to Avera scattered around Sanctuary, defeated to earn in-game rewards. Ooh, one of those rewards could actually be a legendary item. Speaking of legendary items, we have one right here. So since I just redeemed that, does that stack with the buff that I just activated? We just got a bunch of XP from this thing here, so I guess just logging in every day will be enough to get me some stuff there. And then, okay, so then there's a bunch of challenges I can do every day as well. Complete 1 Elder Rift, complete 2 bounties, complete any dungeons, story quest, rifts, complete a challenge. Okay, so you know what? We're actually going to go ahead and do some of this stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do an Elder Rift and a challenge rift today. And then there's also a free 2 levels right there. I guess that's a bonus of the event, so now we're all the way up at a level 49. Also, just in case you guys missed the last couple of Diablo Immortal episodes, I did end up making a warband since plenty of people were telling me to do it, and I was informed that I am able to just kind of, you know, like be in my own warband solo, don't gotta worry about other people. That being said, I'm seeing a couple of applicants here. Are these people that have like requested to join my warband? Like I said, I would prefer to do this stuff solo, but I mean, like, if there's like other rewards I could get for allowing other people to join my warband, then I would possibly consider it. Anyways, we've done enough blabbering. Let me go ahead and claim my battle pass stuff, and now we're gonna go ahead and head straight into an Elder Rift. All right, so we're finally here back at the Elder Rift entrance. Got our free daily rare crest here. I think what I'm gonna do, since we already get like a bunch of like doubled rewards for the buff that we have active, I'm just gonna go ahead and, wait, what's this? Add 7? Wait, am I able to, so I have like 10 crests inside of this thing right now? And then what's this? Mirror Jewels activated. When Mirror Jewels is activated, you will receive double legendary gems. The double legendary gems will be bound and have a random quality. Mirror Jewels results can be seen. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. I'll just activate it, I guess, and into the Elder Rift we go. Modifiers: Pursuit of Victory, Ultimate Overflow, Instability, Terrified, Acidic, and Sacrificial Power. Good to know. All right, we got our first kill, which means we're able to claim our first kill of the day reward, which obviously we're gonna wait a minute to do that since there are enemies all over the place. There's an unstable portal. Do I? You know what? Oh, whoa, what? What in the world is even happening? I've done a handful of these rifts in the past, and I've never seen that before, but anyway, yeah, same thing as usual. Just try to kill as many enemies as possible, as fast as possible, so then we can spawn in the boss and get better rewards. There's another unstable portal here. You know what? I don't trust that thing after last time. I mean, don't get me wrong, it did a good bit of damage, but like, I don't need it to like plop me down in the middle of a horde of enemies or anything like that. I take it, are the servers just a little over flooded right now because of the crazy event going on? Because there has been a lot of like desync and lag so far. It definitely isn't my internet, because like, as I've said before, I do have really good internet and I don't have this issue with any other game. It's just like, it seems like for some reason at specific times or during specific events, things just get a little laggy, things start desyncing. So far it seems like we're going at a good pace. We're ahead of like the little time bar thing. I'm really excited to get into the end game with this game, and not only see like what side stuff and end game content that this game has to offer, but also I'm just really excited to kind of hit like, you know, like a decent point with my main character to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm ready to make a new one, and then just experiment with some other builds. You know what I mean? Because there was like tons of classes, and we just saw like a week or two ago that they added that new Tempest class to the game. So I'm really excited to dive back in with some new characters, try out some different builds. Like, I plan to stick with this game for a while. Like I said, I'm having an absolute blast with it. I definitely want to make a wizard class at some point, because wizards, like I said way back at the beginning of this series, like wizards are like my main thing, not only in Diablo, but also in just like Diablo adjacent RPGs, you know, just like action RPGs in general. I love the power fantasy of running around, you know, you're like shooting your spells, you got like the lightning storms that you can like summon in, and the ice storms and stuff like that. Like, that's the type of wizardy stuff that I like to do in these types of games. In fact, back in Diablo 3, the main like build that I went with, because I did end up doing multiple builds in that game. In fact, I went through and experimented with literally all the classes back in Diablo 3. Diablo 4, I'm still working on it. Obviously, that game is a bit newer newer, so I haven't hit, like, you know, max rank with, like, every single build or anything like that yet, but I've still been going through and experimenting, but, you know, as much as I can. Plus, it's a little bit harder to do that with Diablo 4 because it is a live service, so there's always new content and, like, events coming into the game, so you kind of want to use, like, your main build for those things, just so you can kind of get a feel for that content and kind of complete it as efficiently as possible. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah, like, back in the day with Diablo 3, like, even though I did end up experimenting with all the classes, the wizard always was just kind of my main, and I was gonna do that again with Diablo Immortal, but I was like, hey, in these Diablo games, I've never really just, like, started out with Necromancy right off the rip, so I was like, what would it be like to just start with the Necromancy build in one of these games before you're familiar with the game's mechanics? Because there's a difference between your starter build in a Diablo game and then experimenting with a new build later on in the game after you're already familiar with that game's mechanics and how it works and everything like that, if that makes any sense. And so far, I do gotta say, yeah, you know, I'm glad that I started with the Necromancy build in this game. Sure, I'm sure I would have had just as much fun, if not even more fun, with my wizard build, just because, you know, there's partly some nostalgia to it, right? Because, like, I've been doing this for literal decades at this point when it comes to messing around with my wizard builds. And despite the fact that I'm not as proficient with the whole Necromancy thing yet, just because I'm still kind of learning this game, even though I have experience with other Diablo games. I mean, if you played other Diablo games and then you play this one, like, yeah, it is different from the other ones. I'm still just having an absolute blast between my abilities and then being able to call in, like, my mages and my captains and, like, summon these, like, bone spikes from the ground to, like, stun all the enemies and stuff. Like, I'm really happy with how this build is turning out so far, and I'm just having a lot of fun with it in general. But anyway, oh wait, no, there's a legendary piece of gear on the floor. This unstable portal is actually starting to tick me off right now. Oh wait, why is it? Okay, now it's letting me pick it up. I was scared for a minute. I was like, that's a legendary gem. It's not letting me pick it up. But thankfully, it let me pick it up. We got the Pain of Subjugation gem. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of, like, all of our white and blue gear. Don't need any of that garbage. Holy heavens, look at this new shield. Okay, plus 44 combat rating compared. Yeah, that's way better. Definitely gonna put that on. Holy goodness. Okay, and then this one. Oh, no, that's the thing that we had yesterday. That's right. That one's just not as good. Actually, now that I think of it, I should not have gotten rid of all of the blue gear the way that I did. I should have looked at it first because for my brain blanked out for a minute. I forgot that we still have, like, a lot of blue gear, so I actually should have looked at that. That was a mistake on my end, but it is what it is. Anyway, that is the Elder Rift complete, so now we're gonna go ahead, go down here, and go into a Challenge Rift next. And for anybody curious, yes, I'm in a lot of pain right now. My hand is literally raw. Like, I can feel the flesh just burning, but it's okay. I'll make it. This thing is saying that I gotta log in for 5 more days to earn a 2-star legendary gem, so I'm definitely gonna keep logging in. Even if there's, like, a day where I don't make a Diablo video, I'll make sure that I at least log in so I can still get these rewards, because there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. We can also go ahead and claim some of our stuff here. So, completed the Elder Rift. There we go, reach level 50 times the dopamine. We got a new skill, Command Golem. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to look at that. Completed any dungeon, Sword Crest, or Rift one time. There's bounties here. I haven't really messed around with bounties, so I guess I could look into that. Complete one bestiary page. I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I'd have to look into that if I'm being honest then. Okay, then we have some, even though we're past day 1, we're still able to complete tasks from that. Also, level 51 times the dopamine. And there we go. We level 53 times the dopamine. Oh wait, there we go. Now we can claim more rewards. We're gonna level up 54 times the dopamine. I shouldn't have clapped like that. I clapped the part of my hand that's hurt, and that it hurt. All right, well, that was absolute insanity. We'll go ahead and redeem this stuff, and then what is, oh, yeah, you have to, like, buy, but yeah, no, I'm not buying anything. I'm a free-to-play player only. Oh, wait, we actually get rewards for completing, like, old stuff, so, like, complete Mad King's Breach. That was actually one of my favorite dungeons in this game so far, the Skeleton King. That was such a sick boss. Unleash your ultimate. Okay, so I'll definitely have to do that in the next one in the Challenge Rift. When we get to the boss, I will unleash my ultimate. So now we're gonna go ahead and go straight into the Challenge Rift. I believe, yes, we are up at a level 3. I should definitely start grinding this stuff out. I'm all the way up at level 54, so I want to get going on the Challenge Rifts, because I've heard they give you some pretty good rewards later on. Same thing as usual, just gonna come in here and decimate straight away. Oh no, I forgot. I wanted to change my skills before we came in here. I wanted to look into that Command Golem, because even though, like, I'm always gonna get my Grim Scythe ability, right? Like, that's one of my main abilities. You guys see me sitting there slashing my scythe all the time. That being said, the Bone Spikes one that I have on 4, that is a really good ability, and I like being able to stun the ads, and it does decent damage and stuff like that. But if I could get a Golem that does even more damage, and I could have, like, 3 partners with me, like have the Skeletal Mage, the Captain, and the Golem just, like, all going ham on these bots, like, that would be sick. Would it be as effective as my Bone Spikes? I mean, I don't know. Again, I'd have to see how the damage stacks out, because really, like, obviously, even though some skills are cool, I'd rather have the ones that are more effective rather than the ones that just look or sound cool. But that being said, I definitely want to look into that, because that would be really sick to just have, like, 3 partners with me and essentially have it be like a 4v1 when I'm going up against these bosses and just melt through their health bars. I take it it's because this is only like a level 3 challenge rift, but I mean, we are doing insane amounts of damage. We are already flying through the enemies. I mean, as you can see, if you look at the time bar, like we're like as 2/3 of the way through it, whereas like the normal time bar is all the way back in the beginning, so we'll be done with this thing in no time. It's genuinely relaxing and kind of therapeutic just going into these like lower leveled areas and defeating all these low level enemies. Just seeing how powerful we've become to a point of where we can melt everything in just 1 or 2 hits and literally nothing stands a chance. Like even if they try to hit us, it barely does any damage. That just goes for like RPGs in general. Like there's something so satisfying about getting to an extremely high level and then going back to like a really low level area, whether it be in like a Final Fantasy game or a Diablo game or something else similar, and then just melting through everything. So whether it did or whether it didn't give you trouble earlier in the game, it's just the fact that you melt through it so fast compared to how you did earlier in the game. Anyway, the Rift Guardian is here. Unfortunately though, our like ultimate ability isn't ready yet. I was hoping it would be ready by now so then we could unleash it, so then we could complete like the 1 quest. Actually, never mind, it is ready now, so we'll go ahead and activate that, and now that should complete the 1 quest, which means we'll get even more rewards after this. But with that being said, the flayed Rift Guardian is down. We have reached level 55 times the dopamine. Then we go ahead and pick up all of this loot. Feature unlocked, Legendary Awakening. Feature unlocked, Hero's Journey. Okay, hold on. I'll definitely have to look into that. Click to view your hero's journey. Okay, click on that, and then click to view hero's journey. Claim rewards after completing the objectives of each chapter. Oh, okay, whoa, so there's like a bunch of stuff here. Socket 6 legendary gems. Yeah, I already did that, didn't I? Is there something else I'm supposed to do? Oh, never mind. I have to complete like all of these things here. Oh, okay, yeah, there's actually a lot that I gotta do. I mean, are the rewards that I get for completing all of this even worth it though? Only like 30k gold, some crests, or maybe there's like other rewards you're supposed to unlock along the way, so okay, there's more stuff for me to grind out. I guess this will be worth doing in the long run. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the stuff people were telling me about before, like reaching certain Paragon levels and stuff like that, and that was part of why I wanted to be doing these challenge rifts. We've also got some other stuff here, so go ahead and claim that. 2 times the battle pass level 3. There we go. I only have the free battle pass, you know, I don't get all this other stuff. Got some other stuff to claim there, so there we go. And yeah, if I remember correctly, that buff that we activated, it should be giving us double for literally everything that we have going on right now. We also have some free things to redeem here in the shop. Oh wait, what's the, oh, okay, so I can choose one of these. Are these helmets of some kind? Okay, so they all have like basically the same stats in terms of like the combat rating, which is completely random, and then when it comes to the damage at the top, that's the exact same. Well, I guess I'll just look for the one with the properties that sound, I mean, what are these? Are these just like arm pieces, I take it? Okay, so I'll just look for the one that kind of has like the properties that apply to my build the most. So Corpse Explosion, okay, no, that's completely useless for me. Bone Spikes range, okay, I might go with that one because I obviously do use Bone Spikes. Corpse Explosion, nope, don't use that. Skeletal Mage damage increased by 10, okay, since I was already considering getting rid of the Bone Spikes for the Golem, that might be good, so I'll keep an eye on that one. Dark Curse Creation, I don't use that, and then Corpse Explosion, no. Okay, so I think I will go with, yeah, that's a lot better than what I have now, so we'll go ahead and equip that because even though this one does look really cool, I don't know how long I'm actually going to be using Bone Spikes, and the range on it has never really been an issue for me, whereas the Skeletal Mage just doing more damage would be good overall, especially against bosses. So we will go ahead and take that, then we got that, and then we have even more pants that we can get here. Corpse Lance, I don't use that. Dark Curse, I don't use that. Bone Wall, I don't use that. Dark Curse, I don't use that. Wraith Form, I don't use that either. Bone Armor, okay, so this is kind of funky because I don't really use any of these. I mean, regardless, any of these are better than what I have on now, but still, it's just one of those things where it's like, alright, you know, none of these are really that useful for me at the moment. Dark Curse was actually a pretty cool ability that I was looking at earlier, so you know, these ones look really cool, the Sacral Chalices, but I feel like I might end up experimenting with Dark Curse at some point, so just in case, I'll rock out with that one, just because out of all these abilities, that's the one that I might look at some point. But otherwise, that's all for now. And then this is the green gear that everybody's been telling me about, so I guess I'll unlock that later on at level 60. For now, we can go back into our menu and equip all of the better stuff that we have unlocked. Oh, wow. 18 higher on the combat rating. Definitely going to equip that straight away. Lower combat rating, so I'm not even going to rock with it. This one, much higher combat rating. Go ahead and transfer everything over to there. This one is a legendary compared to a blue, so obviously we're going to stick that on. I should also probably go ahead then and socket a gem into it. Both of these are the exact same, so we'll just, you cannot equip duplicate legendary gems. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? How do I, what do I do then? If there's something I'm supposed to do in particular before I'm able to equip the Pain of Subjugation gem, please let me know. It's a legendary gem, so I'd like to be able to use it. Anyway, let's go into the skills for a minute. Yeah, the command Sand Golem. Summon a Bone Golem for 24 seconds. When summoned, it will deal 1,740 damage to all nearby enemies and stun them for 2 seconds. While it is active, you can order the nearby golem to leave to a nearby location where it will deal 609 damage and force all nearby monsters to attack it for 6 seconds. Wow, that could actually be really good. The only problem is the cooldown is really long at 36 seconds, whereas like, you know, something like my Bone Spikes is every 12 seconds, and that thing can deal out like 1827 damage, you know, quite often. Borrow time, grant yourself or an ally borrow time for 8 seconds if the target takes fatal damage. Okay, yeah, see, like, I don't need anything like that necessarily, but Dark Curse, again, this was one of the other ones I was looking at before, where curse all enemies in the area, dealing a lot of damage to them over 6 seconds and greatly reducing their vision. And then with the pants that we have on, Dark Curse now defiles the ground in an area, causing enemies within to take 5,892 damage over 6 seconds. So if I'm doing that against the boss, right, that compared to the Bone Spikes, where yes, the initial thing is gonna stun the enemies for like 3 seconds, which is, you know, really nice, just so then they stop attacking me for a moment, so then I'm able to just kind of, you know, like keep my health for a bit longer before I need to heal up again. This is also only doing 1,827 damage, and even with the charge, it only goes up to 2302, whereas something like the Dark Curse is going to be, especially with the pants that I have on, is going to be able to do upwards of 6,000 damage over 6 seconds, on top of also greatly reducing their vision, which I assume means that their accuracy when they're trying to hit me is going to be a lot lower, which kind of achieves a similar thing to what I try to achieve with the Bone Spikes, to where it stuns the enemy so they aren't able to attack me as much. So with that being said, with how much more damage these do, I think, especially since I have pants that are, you know, relegated to this anyway, I think I might experiment with it a little bit. I may change my mind, and we may go back to the Bone Spikes at some point if I really just prefer having that thing where I just kind of stun them over outright, you know, just like kind of reducing their vision. But it's one of the things where we'll test it and we'll just kind of see how it goes. But that does seem like it could be pretty good for just our overall damage. And then obviously, Grim Scythe, this is one of my main abilities, and it has such a fast cooldown compared to literally everything else that I love just always having it on him, because it's so fast and it just does so much damage. Like, even though it only does 2,010 damage to all the enemies in front of me, I mean, that's every 6 seconds on top of my main attack, so, you know, that's a pretty good one. Plus, it can hold upwards of 2 charges, which is, you know, pretty good for an ability, so I think I'm cool with that. We'll experiment with these things for now, and obviously, I believe, yeah, at this point, we actually have all of these skills unlocked for this class, so I'm really free to just kind of experiment at this point and see what I like the most. But anyways, with that, that's kind of how we're looking at the moment. Again, if you guys could let me know about that gem that I was having troubles with here, where I was trying to equip it, but for some reason, it's not letting me do it, I would really like to know, but otherwise, that's that. My hand is really hurting. We reached level 55, almost level 56. Next time, I think we'll keep going through the main quest, since, you know, we're really getting up there in the ranks at this point. And as always, if there's anything else that I should know, or if there's anything else that I missed in this video that I should be looking into, please let me know, just so that I can go back and right that wrong, or fix whatever I gotta fix, or do whatever I gotta do. But yeah. But anyway, as always, master shout out, thank you all the Patreons and channel members, taking all in the low ball tier, and make shout out, thank you all in the big ball tier, asking me dad, man, they shut that on G2 run events, some cheese girl. Thank you guys so much, you guys are Laurel Legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.